Appreciate you clicking on this video. Like, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Check out Black Flag. Get your supplements. TripleRwoods at checkout. Save yourself some money. Check out Rambo Bikes. TripleRwoods at checkout. Save yourself some money there as well, and you get a sweet e-bike in the process. Let's get after it. First and foremost, I've settled on the arrow that I'm going to use this fall is an Easton 5.0 300 spine. Right now I've got two different options that I'm playing with. The mini sabers with the cheap Amazon knock, 125 up front, hit system inside here. These come in 420 on the button, 420 on the button. So I've got 3 of them built. We're going to test them probably today and see what we think of them. The other option, option 2, is a tack vane. I'm using the same white wrap on all of them. It's a one-shot wrap off Amazon. I have nothing to do with them. I just think that for the price, for the money, and the ability to get it to you pretty quick, that Amazon one-shot is a pretty good wrap. These are 2 1/4, 2.25 tack drivers. This is the same Amazon cheap knock. This one is using a hit system, 100 grain up front, and a collar. So a little different setup, a little different weight setup, but when you put it on here on the scale, we're getting 410, a little bit lighter than I want to be, but honestly I don't think those 8 grains would make a huge difference, especially for whitetail. So I've got probably 6 of these built, so we're going to shoot them both, see which ones tune good, which ones fly good, which ones group good, and then we'll build a dozen all the same. So that's the beauty of these wraps, is I can peel these wraps off and redo this with a DCA mini saber, or I can peel these off and redo these with a tack driver. So that's the beauty of tinkering and playing and figuring out what setup works best for you. All right, so if you've been following along, me and this Sicario, I think the bow shoots amazing, but I've had an issue with it hitting left and the inability to get it to hit perfectly in the center. So if you watched Oklahoma Shot 3D in Sequoia State Park, I'm hitting left a bunch, and I even make the comment, we're just going to hit left today, because I bought this like 10 days before that event, and I just had to get it going, and no matter what I did, no matter how much I shimmed, how much I moved the rest, I'm shooting a bullet hole. I couldn't get it to hit right where I wanted it to. It always hit a few inches left. Maxed out the sights all the way left. I used a UV slider 2, same deal, maxed out all the way left, couldn't get it to hit left anymore. So I saw in a Facebook group, somebody made a comment about a similar issue they were having, and they said that there's a special bracket you're supposed to get for a PSE from dialed. So if you're using this exact setup, a PSE, a dialed sight, you might want to look at getting this bracket. So I reached out to them, they sent me a bracket free of charge, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is the updated, it's not really updated, it's probably the old version, pick mount for PSEs that allows you to move it left a little further. So we're going to swap this on, we're going to get sighted in. I've got TAC Utah coming up in a couple weeks, and I don't even have an arrow picked out yet, nor do I have any fletch. So we got some work to do, but hopefully we can get it all done pretty quick, because the bow shoots really good. So I think one day of just getting a sight tape built and I should be ready to go, because the bow shoots incredible. So let's get this pick mount swapped on. See, this is the stock one and this is the aftermarket one. It seems like it's actually kind of the opposite effect. You think it would be this one that moves over further to the left would be better, since I can't move left any further, but oh, I had that backwards. But apparently this is the one I need, so I don't know. We're going to swap it, see if it helps, see if it makes a difference, but that's what we're looking at. Yeah, there we go. First thing I wanted to notice, or wanted to make sure of, is that I'm not touching the rest with my fletching. So with a 5-inch brace height, that's pretty important. First up, DCA mini sabers. Here we go. Tack vanes, 410 grains. All right, so the DCA mini sabers here, spot on. We had a few that were a little off. I had to adjust the sight. The sight was a little loose, and then I come back and shot again. Over here we've got the driver right here. I don't know if the collar makes a little bit weirder tear or something, but it's about perfect, but the tear is just not as clean. You can see this one up here, kind of a similar deal. I don't know if it's just the middle of the paper or what, but we may shoot them again, but we've got the mini sabers about perfect because they don't have a collar. These have a collar. Let me know if you've seen an issue with the collar having a weird tear as well. Getting some black flag because it's going to be 95 today with probably a real feel of 105 because the humidity's awful in the south. So you got to hydrate ahead of time if you're going to be out in it, which I've got stuff I got to do. So hydrating ahead of time. Use TripleRwoods at checkout for black flag. Okay, hit about where I was aiming. All right, back on up. Definitely hitting right, so that's good. All right, let's go back to 20. All right, so that little mount definitely helped. Definitely helped our left and right. It's like, that's over with. Let's see if we can get a 20 out of each of these, and then we'll go from there. All right, neither of these are a great group. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in and check the paper tune on them because I did have to move that sight. So lining up that sight might be causing me to torque the bow. Before we get going too far, we are gonna calculate FOC for each of these arrows. 25. Insert with 16. So before we get going any further, I went to calculate FOC. Not that I'm super concerned about it, but I thought it was interesting to check and see just because they are different arrows. 125 up front, DCA mini sabers. These are 13.3% FOC, just 13.3. These are tack drivers with 100 grains, collar, hit system. These are 13.2. So FOC, not much different. This one's 10 grains heavier, roughly. So tell me what you think that means. Like, which one would you go with? If they have the same FOC, but 10 grains difference, this one would be a little faster. This one's just slightly heavier, better FOC, but like 0.1%. So let me know what your thoughts on that are. Let's paper tune. Mini sabers up first. 120, 119. Bullet hole. Tack drivers, 100 or 410 grains. Same shaft. This is a 418, 419 grain mini saber. This is a 410 grain tack driver. Again, I don't know if the collar is throwing it off a little bit. They're the same shaft, launch, bullet hole. Why is the mini saber so much cleaner? Without me having to retune everything. Why is the mini saber clean? All right, I'm gonna try a different setup just because maybe that one got built bad. Maybe it's not a good arrow. Maybe I didn't square it good or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna try a different tack driver setup just to see if that was just a fluke. So similar deal. It's just a little tip left, low left. I think this one's a little low right. I don't understand why. Maybe you could knock tune every arrow, but literally DCA mini saber and these two down here, DCA mini saber, they've been bullet holes. I don't know why those drivers, that driver setup with that arrow, and maybe the arrow is throwing some weird flyers. We're gonna go shoot through paper because I think maybe theoretically I could fine tune those tack drivers, those 410 grain tack drivers, and get them to fly a little better. if the speed was that big of a difference. If it doesn't make that big a difference on speed, I'm not gonna put that much effort into it. So we're gonna get a speed test. 419, 420 grain versus 410 grain. 420 grain mini sabers. 70 pound Sicario, 29 inch draw. 312. 309. 311. So we'll go with 311. That's kind of the middle one. 410 grain tack drivers. 314. 315. 314. So go with 314. All right, so after shooting through paper, shooting speed, I think I'm just gonna have to go with the DCA mini sabers. The only thing that would lead me to go with the driver 2.25s, 100 grains up front and the collar would have been speed, and 3 feet a second was not enough speed to make me go, I'm gonna go 10 grains lighter. It just wasn't enough. I'm a little questionable about the FOC calculator. That's Podium Archery's FOC calculator. I don't see how having 10 more grains up front could only give you 0.1 more FOC. Now maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Actually, it's not even 10. It's less than 10 because you've got a little more weight in the back. So that's probably where the calculator comes in. But I still feel like a little heavier arrow is going to be better in the long run. It's tuning better. Another thing, it pulls out of a target better because it doesn't have that collar grabbing on everything. These have been a beast to get out of the target. So that's another thing that, not a huge deal because you're here to kill deer, but it is something to factor. If you're going to shoot them in the summer and get reps, that is a pain. So I think I'm going to go with the 125 up front, the mini sabers on the back, the one shot wrap, the cheap lighted knock. Comes in right at 419, 420, 13.3 FOC, I believe is what we said, if that FOC calculator is correct. So what I've got to do now, I'm going to strip these drivers off. I'll rewrap them and I'll put mini sabers on them, and then we're going to get a 40 mark. I'm going to get the measurements for my precision cut set up so that I can get this ready to get a sight tape printed, precision cut sight tape printed. So that's where we're at. I appreciate you guys watching. Stick around. We're gonna have another one getting this thing set up and like dialed in and long range, getting our long sight tape, seeing how these bad boys fly at long range. Maybe these would have flown better at long range, but they were harder to tune out of the paper for some reason. So stick around, see how these fly long range. These will be what I take to TAC Utah, and it'll be what I hunt with this fall. So I'll be putting 125s up here. I don't know what broadhead just yet. Broadhead testing is starting, so you'll want to stick around, like, subscribe, and watch those videos as they come out as I'm testing different broadheads and just giving kind of my feedback as I search for what broadhead do I want to run this fall. So appreciate Dial. That new mount 100% fixed my issues with that bow. That 100% changed my left rights. Now I can sight this bow in. So if you're having issues with getting your Sicario to sight in, you're hitting left for some reason using a dialed sight, you need to reach out to them and get that mount, because that mount fixed my problems 100%. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, stick around.